immigration. Open borders hurts poor Americans more than anyone else in our society. In life, there are certain principles worth fighting for, principles that are more important than politics, party, or personal convenience. The safety and security and sovereignty of the United States is the most important principle of all. If we don't stand strong for our national borders, then we cease to be a nation, and we betray our commitment to the loyal citizens of our great country. I look forward to signing a bill that fulfills our fundamental duty to the American people. It is all about, and I say this in any way they want to hear it, it's all about America first. We have to put our country first. We have to put our people first. And we have to put safety first. So thank you all very much. And we'll be working on that, Mitch and Paul and Kevin and everybody, and we'll see what we can do. But hopefully that'll all come together. Now to the Farm Bill. We are proudly joined today by so many members of Congress, Republicans, Democrats, who worked very, very hard on this bill. This was really an effort of everybody. It was a bipartisan success, something you don't hear too much about, but I think you will be. I actually believe we maybe will be over the coming period of time. I hope so. I think so. It's so good for the country. And I want to thank all of the people here, including the many Democrats who have really worked hard on this bill. They really have. I'll probably have to deny that I ever said that someday, but I won't do that because you really did. You worked very, very hard. And Mike, thank you, by the way. That was some job you did, I'll tell you. I watched you day and night work on this one, so that was really incredible. Thank you. Thank you very much. And the chairman of the House and Senate Agricultural Committees, that's Mike, and Mike Conaway, and Senator Pat Roberts, who's another one. It was very inspiring to work very hard to get it done for these two guys because it meant so much to them. So I want to thank you. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Great job. Great job. We're honored to be with state, local, and tribal leaders of the American agriculture, along with Zippy and all of the people, some of whom I introduced. One I have to introduce that has done such an incredible job, truly loves agriculture, and perhaps more importantly, loves the farmers and the ranchers, is our Secretary of Agriculture, Sonny Perdue, special man. And you know, he plans sort of everything out. He's sometimes can be a little bit deceiving. This one is smart. And today happens to be his birthday, right? So you planned that out, probably like you do everything else. Happy birthday. This is the best birthday present you could have, I think. Knowing you with how much you love the farmers, this is the best.
Worked it all out.
Oh, it's fantastic, Jeff. By signing this bill, we are protecting our crop insurance programs and funding that producers rely on in times of disaster. And I've told Sonny that, well, we had some pretty big problems in Alabama and Georgia with the hurricanes, believe it or not. Normally doesn't hit, but these were big and they hit. We're going to work it out so we can help those farmers, right? They got hit very hard, so we're going to work it out. Those two states in particular, and some others, but those two states got hit very, very hard, and certain parts of Florida, but we knew about that, and they're being taken care of, right? So work on that one, Sonny. That'll be great. Through fires, floods, and freezing weather, we will always stand with the American farmers. The Farm Bill doubles the amount of farmers that they can borrow to expand and improve their farms. It expands and goes all over rural broadband. We are doing broadband. Everyone wanted it so badly. It's amazing how sophisticated the whole farm industry has become. But it expands rural broadband and dedicates additional resources to fight the opioid crisis, a tremendous crisis that we have it down about 18%, but it's just not acceptable. It's an incredible problem for our country. It opens new markets for American agriculture all over the world. In addition to signing this critical legislation today, I am directing my administration to take immediate action on welfare reform. Thanks to our thriving economy, we've already lifted more than 4.6 million Americans off the food stamp roll since the election, and more work remains to be done. A lot more work remains to be done, but it's been incredible, the strides that we've made. And I will say it's really because of the fact that the economy is doing so well and the farms now are being lifted. And again, I'll go back to President Xi of China at our meeting 2 weeks ago. He's agreed to start purchasing tremendous amounts of farm product. You know that. You know that better than you were the first one I called, actually. In particular, soybeans. And they're starting that already, and I think you've already seen the signs of that, but they're starting that already. Millions of able-bodied working-age adults continue to collect food stamps without working or even looking for work. Our goal is to move these Americans from dependence to independence and into a good-paying job and rewarding career. Therefore, I have directed Secretary Perdue to use his authority under the law to close work requirement loopholes in the food stamp program. Under this new rule, able-bodied adults without dependents will have to work or look for work in order to receive their food stamps. Today's action will help Americans transition from welfare to gainful employment, strengthening families and uplifting communities. And that was a difficult thing to get done, but the farmers wanted it done. We all wanted it done. And I think in the end, it's going to make a lot of people very happy. It's called work rules, and Sonny is able, under this bill, to implement them through regulation. With the passage of the Farm Bill, we are delivering to the farmers and ranchers, who are the heart and soul of America, all sorts of things that they never even thought possible. We are ensuring that American agriculture will always feed our families, nourish our communities, power our commerce, and inspire our nation. And I am opening up massive new markets in order to do things with other countries. You know, we've opened various countries. Canada is an example. Canada is going to be much more open over the USMCA. It's a terrific document. It replaces the horrible NAFTA deal. It was a horrible deal for this country. Before signing, I'd like to invite Secretary Perdue, who, as I said, is just doing an incredible job. He loves what he does. He loves the farmers and loves what he does. And I'm going to ask Sonny to say a few words. Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, Mr. President, you can tell by the temperature in this room today, it's a great day for agriculture. It's a delight to have so many members of Congress here with the leaders and the chairman of the committee who worked so hard, the ranking members. We've got many members of USDA staff here who have worked hand in hand with your committees over this working of the Farm Bill on both sides, and I'm very proud of the work they've done. I think we counted up, I believe there were over 2,000 issues of technical assistance which we provided the committees, and we believe that's the way this should work. It's your job to write the laws and our job to implement and give you data and facts whenever you need it. So we're very proud of our USDA people here, and I want to thank them today for their hard work as well. Mr. President, it is a great birthday present, not only for me, but for all of agriculture, to give the producers, the ranchers, and farmers across America the peace of mind going forward. They can make their plans in 2019, make their lenders and bankers proud of what they can plan for. The underpinning of the safety net of crop insurance, those kind of things, is a big deal for agriculture. It's a big deal for the U.S. economy, the ag economy, for food security, and for national security. I don't know if you remember this, President Trump, but this was my lucky tractor tie I wore to the Trump Tower in November of 2016. I thought it was appropriate to wear today to celebrate, again, the conclusion of over a year-and-a-half work of a farm bill, and I'm just delighted to be here with you. I want to thank you for your leadership. As a business person, we know you to be a builder of the economy, a builder of buildings, and it's amazing to me the affinity having grown up in your career in New York, the affinity and the affection you have for our farmers and ranchers. And I think it's because you know them to be builders as well. They take the risk of the hands every day, every year, putting that seed in the ground, their faith and their optimism and their hope. Looking at these young people in these FFA jackets out here, understanding the optimism they have for the great story of American agriculture. I am proud to be U.S. Department of Secretary Agriculture Sonny Perdue, and I am delighted to work on behalf of the farmers and ranchers. I'm delighted to work for you, Mr. President, because you understand their heart, and this bill goes a long way. Thank you, folks, for passing a great bill. We're going to do our best to implement that bill as you've intended. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Sonny. Thank you, Sonny. So now it's my great honor to sign the 2018 Farm Bill. Very, very special, important piece of legislation. Thank you, Mitch. Very good. Great job. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Very nice. Who gets that? I'll give that one to Sonny. How about the chair? I'd like to get it. We're going to do it. The old way, one letter at a time. It never looks too great. All right? That's right. Here you go, folks. We got plenty. Anybody want one? You got it? Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. President, very much for your great job. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.